Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in the video today, and the Houston Rockets have won their second game in a row by beating the Phoenix Suns 111-97 and winning their fifth straight game at home. Wow, what a game for the Houston Rockets tonight, as the Rockets allow under 100 points for the second straight game and looked great tonight. In the first game all season, the Rockets led all game. Phoenix did not have one lead in this basketball game. And to be honest, I don't know this for sure, but that's probably the first time since James Harden was traded that we've seen the Rockets lead in a whole basketball game. So, I mean, I was very impressed as a Rockets fan, but the Phoenix Suns, they were very shorthanded tonight. Didn't have Cam Johnson, didn't have Devin Booker. But I don't see Cam Johnson as a real good excuse because he's been out for a while. DeAndre Ayton was injured, got injured in the early at the end of the first half. So they had a lot of injuries in this one, but that doesn't. The Rockets still had a really good game tonight. Chris Paul had a decent game. Mikal Bridges had one of his worst shooting nights of his career. But the Rockets got a win, and a win is a win, as the Rockets win 111-97. And let's get in the box score. Jabari Smith has 14 points and 8 rebounds. Jabari Smith had a very, very impressive first half, had 12 points in the first half, and only had 2 in the second. But only took 5 shots in this game. I don't think he took a shot at all in the second half, because his 2 points in the second half were free throws. He was 3 for 3 from 3 tonight. So Jabari was shooting the ball well tonight. Near double for Jabari. Al P, he had himself his. No, I don't think this was the highest rebound night of the season for him, but he did have a high rebounding night. He had 10 points and 16 rebounds. He was 2 for 2 at the line. And Gordon had 10. That's another Rocket in double figures. The Rockets had 6 of those tonight. Yeah, 6. And pretty close to almost. There was almost 3 other players that were in double figures too. Kempor Jr., he had himself a real good night. He had 18 and 5 rebounds and 4 assists, 2 steals. Was 2 for 8 from 3. And he just had a good impact in this one. Jalen Green, he had himself a really good night. He had 26, 11 for 12 from the free throw line. He was drawing fouls really good. He had 7 rebounds as well, 4 assists. So I was really impressed with what Jalen Green did. This is not really a game where one guy was the main contributor in this game for the Rockets. This was a team effort tonight, and that's what I really love about this game. Fernando and Garuba both had 0. Both of them played 10 minutes. KJ Martin had 7. He was 1 for 3, only took 5 shots though. Tari Eason had himself 10 points. I was glad to see him be more aggressive after his game on Sunday. He only took 2 shots, so I was glad to see him be way more aggressive. Took 4 free throws as well. Garrison Matthews had a struggling first half, but he bounced back in the second half, made some good plays, and ended up with 8. Deshaun Nix had 8 as well. And then Bo Bogdanovic, Josh Christopher, Ty Washington, and Tyler Hudgens were all DNPs. So, yeah, moving on. I think this was a great game for the Rockets. I want to get back to a stat that was the Rockets created in the going back to the fourth quarter against the Milwaukee Bucks, and then the first half of tonight. The Rockets only allowed 48 points in 3 quarters from the fourth quarter. From the fourth quarter of the Bucks game until the first 2 quarters of the Suns. So 48 points in 3 quarters. The Rockets' defense has been amazing these last 2 games. I also saw a number where if you put the numbers between the whole Bucks game and the first half of this game, the Rockets had only allowed 116 points. So the Rockets defense the last 2 games has been very, very well, and I'm glad to see this defense start to play better. They allowed the Suns only scored 35 points in the second half. Though I will admit the Rockets should have been way. I mean, I think the Rockets could have been way better at defense in the second half, as the Suns scored 62 in the second half. But usually when a team, especially a good team like the Suns, score 35 and don't score over 40, or even in the low 40s and a half, usually they're gonna score more than what they scored. They're usually gonna have a way better quarter than they did before. So I wasn't surprised by this at all. I thought for sure the Suns would have a bounce back quarter, and the Rocket, they would for sure get over 90. But I thought the Rockets should have played a little bit better defense in the second half. But the Rockets, they matched it. They had 57 points in the second half, so it's not like the Rockets were having a poor second half too. But I think there was a couple times in this game where the Rockets let the Suns back in it a little too early, and we're starting to get a little too excited. So I think that the Rockets, they had a really good night, but they got to work on trying to keep a lead, because I know the Suns, they didn't really get back that much. I mean, get back into the game that much. The Rockets had a 23-point lead, like 78-55, and then the next thing you know, it's an 11-point game. It's 91-80. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. So that's it for the video. Hope you guys. Let's go over the Sun stats real quick. Torrey Craig had 7, 18 for Bridges. He had one of the worst shooting nights of his career. He was 4 from 24 on the court from the court tonight. The reason why his points are high is because he hit 8 free throws. 8 free throws. Aiden, in 15 minutes, only had 5 points. He left this game. Chris Paul had 16. Had a decent game against his former team. Landry Shamet, who got his first start as a Sun, had 13. 10 for Josh Okogie, 7 for Jock Landale, 9 for Campaign. He also got hurt in the first half, so Suns were very shorthanded tonight. And Damian Lee had 5 points as well. Darius Saric was a DMP. So, great win for the Rockets tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts on the game as the Rockets win their second game in a row and their fifth game in a row at home. It's been a great last couple 5 games at home, and guess what? This can get massively better, because the Rockets have a lot of home games in a row now. They play the Heat on Thursday at home. They play the Blazers on Saturday at home. They play the Spurs on Monday at home. They play the Magic on Wednesday at home, and then the Mavericks on the next Friday, which would be the 23rd at home. So it's going to be a very exciting rest of the homestand for the Houston Rockets. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts on the Rockets game as they win 111-97, beat the Phoenix Suns, and get their second win in a row. Peace out. Go Rockets.